Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, or good afternoon, depending upon where you're at. Welcome to the video, and today we're just going to get right into it. Today I'm going to be discussing my 3 tips I would give a beginner content creator, filmmaker, video creator, whatever you want to call yourself. These would be 3 tips I would go back and tell myself if I could, but definitely I think these are 3 tips that are going to be helpful for someone that are starting off, that's wanting to get into this space. I feel like I have pretty good idea, as I started off about 6 years ago, doing a lot of YouTube videos, doing a lot of client work that was free work, to now transitioning to doing this full time. So I feel like I have a little bit of knowledge I can definitely share, and hopefully will provide value to somebody out there. So that's what today's video is going to be about. Alright guys, so going back through my editing, and I realized I deleted my first video for the first tip, so I gotta reshoot it. So let's get right into it. I hate when that happens. Doesn't happen very often, but it's annoying when it does. Anyways, let's get into tip number 1. Tip number 1 is don't worry about having the latest and greatest camera gear. There's so many reasons why you shouldn't worry about it. For one, if you're just starting off, you're going to be overwhelmed by if you get one of the most fanciest cameras that you can get. You're learning and getting a, let's say an A7 IV or an FX3, FX30, whatever you want to get. Any of these high-end cameras, you're gonna get one of those as your first camera. You're gonna be super overwhelmed. You're gonna lose motivation to get out there and create things. So what I would say is either use what you have, which is your smartphone. Smartphones nowadays have amazing image quality, or get what you can afford. Get an aftermarket camera, and then learn how to compose shots, learn how to expose your shots, learn how to tell a story. Build those skills, learn those skills, master what you have, and then worry about upgrading and starting to get a higher end camera. I say this because I'm guilty of it too. I started off, I would see all these people with the fanciest cameras, and I'd be like, man, I want that camera, I want that camera. I don't know how many times I switched from this camera to that camera, from this camera to that camera. But if I go back and tell myself that, I'd be like, man, don't worry about that, and get behind the camera and start just creating things. Again, learning how to expose, learn how to compose your shots, learn how to tell a story is more important than what you're shooting on. What you're shooting on is just the tool. Yes, the type of tool that you use can make your story better, depending on what you have, but at the end of the day, telling a good story and knowing how to use what you have and mastering what you have is the best thing. So that's what I would definitely recommend as my tip number 1. Learn what you have, get what you can afford, master your skills, and then go from there. If you're going to invest in anything at the beginning, invest in a good mic source, invest in some lights, and then use what you have. Again, whether it's your smartphone or a cheap aftermarket camera that you can learn on, and then grow from there. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, done with my workout. So let's get on to tip number 2, and this one's a big one: networking. Networking is something that I have never really been that good at, but I've been getting better at it over the past year since me and my business partner started a business. He's definitely the better one at networking, and I'm trying to get better at it, and I feel like I have in some aspects. But networking is huge. Getting out, reaching out to people on social media. I know some people hate social media. I'm one of those people. I don't like. If I wasn't running this business, I would have no social media. I really don't like social media, but it's a tool that you need to leverage in order to grow your business, grow your brand, whatever it is that you're trying to do. Networking is huge. Reaching out to people that are in your same niche or same thing that you're doing. Reaching out to business owners, leveraging family and friends that might know people that are doing kind of the same thing you're doing. Just networking, exploring all options to try to help you grow within your realm that you're trying to grow in. So again, number 2, networking. You have to network. All right, what's up, guys? Welcome back. So here at the podcast studio. So anyways, guys, let's talk about my third and final tip, which is being consistent. You have to, in anything you do, you have to be consistent. But being in this content creation space, filmmaking, video, whatever you want to call it, consistency is key. If you make a video once a month and that's all you do, that's not going to help you get better. It's not going to help you grow. You have to be consistent. You have to go out there, practice, do things, make mistakes, learn from those mistakes, and improve. You can't just like, oh, I'm going to do it whenever I feel like. No, you have to be consistent. You have to be working on this stuff, I would say every day, but maybe not every day if you can't, but at least several days out of the week, every freaking week, in order for you to grow whatever it is you want to grow and to get better at whatever it is you want to do. So anyways, guys, those are my 3 tips for people that are starting off as content creators, or like I said, if I could go back and tell my younger self, these are the 3 tips that I would give myself. So anyways, guys, hope you enjoyed the video. See you at the next one.